can't.
You d- ah,
You can't understand.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it.
Fuck it. We here now.
We are now.
Hi.
Hello. Yo, I'm bleeping now.
Right,
Go
welcome
ahead.
back, everybody. We are back. It's been a minute, as per usual. You know, we've been doing some live things.
Live.
But yeah, we are now. What are we doing here, by the way?
wait. Pause. Every episode. Every episode, remember you clear your. Kasam. Every episode at the beginning of the episode, when you start talking, you clear your throat.
Yeah,
Clip this, no? And then compile all these throat clears throughout the season. Oh my goodness. Fuck. Is that time of the day, man? Man, this is
time for
boegen.
your clown shit, bro.
Yeah,
Anybody got time for that?
we are here today. Wait, pause. Okay, seriously.
Okay.
As you can see, the man redid his house. You know what I mean?
No, it's not the house, but it's a studio.
The man redid the studio for
We've
us.
got now a studio.
You know what I
We do
mean?
shooting in the studio.
What a studio.
We just need to work on the lighting. But the lighting is
The
okay.
lighting.
But we got studio.
Got the giraffe.
This is my name is Jeff.
I was like, what's this thing's name again now? I forget.
This is no, it's Georgie.
Georgie.
This is Georgie.
Georgie the giraffe.
Georgie
Oh, that makes
Porgy. Yeah,
sense.
it's Georgie Porgy.
Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie.
You see now, no? Nobody asked for
Yeah, you know. And then clip me singing because I sang throughout the stuff.
You sing always.
You know what I mean?
You still think you got it?
I still got it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Still got it.
That's what
Anyway, you know, we start talking real things before we talk
Yeah.
cat the whole time. As you can see, you know, man did the things. Must give credit to the man who did this on his own, you know. It's like,
I forgot we have a thing on display also.
Yeah.
To be honest with
No,
you.
but you do for
Completely
now.
forgot.
you know, we're out here. We're not going to ever do introductions ever again because less, you know us now.
Yeah,
Enough.
Sky, you must just put the stuff on the screen also.
You know what I mean? Just, you know, put it here and then we can just get
that
that.
can work.
It's a good
we're
idea.
Still figuring this out.
Yeah, 100%, you know. Make life easier
But
for our
Give
editor.
us if you know, how you feel. You like?
You like
It's
it?
nice, you like?
You like? Okay, fuck it. So today, man, bro,
What we on about?
we're gonna be talking about BRICS, not the ones you throw people with.
Yeah, you always come with this wild shits like, you need to move, my guy.
Okay,
Why
yeah.
is the people throwing each other with bricks there by you?
Wait, bro, kijk, now we talk about BRICS because you call us also throw with a brick.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it wasn't here by me. It was on the road.
To me.
Like, it's still, yeah, also true. Fuck.
Yeah, nice. So we're gonna be talking about BRICS. You know, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and soon to be Saudi, UAE,
Yeah.
Ethiopia, and Iran,
Yeah, a lot of African.
and
countries.
Argentina. Can't forget about Argentina.
Yes, Argentina. as well.
Argentina, you know. But yeah, we'll talk about those countries separately in this episode. We're gonna just be talking about
Yeah, 'cause
how
they only form part in, what is it?
the 1st of January
in
2024.
2024, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about how BRICS benefits South Africa, man. Sinjay.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know what the fuck BRICS is gonna do. Everyone's thinking, oh shit, the currency is gonna change. I'm gonna be impacted negatively. Everyone's going the negative route, and we've spoken about this. And TikTok is like being this mad negative connotation around BRICS. But well, I bleeped now, so I bleeped on email now. I was like, but there's been this negative connotation about BRICS on like the social media and stuff like that. And I thought, okay, cool. We were gonna do this episode like when there was this hype, but then obviously we now,
Life happened.
you know,
We
life
were busy
and
with life.
yeah, 100%.
You know?
So yeah, we bring you today BRICS and what it means for you. We have the official document of what the benefits are to us as a country, which was actually taken from the BRICS summit that happened in August.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I have a laptop on my lap here, you know. One day when we pick, we'll show you the things on the screen, but you know,
Yeah, no, just
relax. You know,
you don't
relax.
need it just yet. You
You
can
know.
also find it yourself on the government website
Exactly.
if you want to, if you are interested.
Yeah, nah,
It's all
100%.
public.
It's a damn good read though.
You said so. I still
I'm-
haven't read it, but I know you said so.
Yeah, nah, still definitely.
So I'm learning as much as everybody else is learning. I'm learning today, to a certain extent.
It's a how long is this thing? It's a 6-page document.
I bet
Not that long. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because fuck,
we don't have all day.
you know. Yeah, fuck.
We
Anyway,
don't.
so yeah, me bro. Let's start
So,
off.
tell me,
BRICS.
tell me,
Oh, wait,
tell
you
me,
asked
tell me.
questions. Let's do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So, this whole BRICS thing,
Oh, yeah.
right? I know it's been in the works for a long time,
Yeah.
right? But from when? And when is it, like, for example, like, supposed to come into full effect? Because yes, they're making progress with it now, like clear progress. But I know it's been coming on for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell me, like, when was it? When were we already starting to benefit from BRICS, and like how much of a benefit has SA gotten
Yeah.
from this whole?
Yo, bro, that's like a fucking great question, huh? Sinja, like,
Sorry, bro.
nah, fuck. from the bat, man, so much, tickling the brain. First, what you need to understand is that BRICS started way before South Africa was involved, right? BRICS was first BRIC. China, Brazil, Russia, India, China,
Okay.
right? And it was named by a guy by Jim O'Neill of Goldman Sachs, which is like global bank trade. And that's where the acronym came from, and that's formed in 2001. Right?
Okay.
Mans was 2001.
Yo,
How old are you in 2001?
I don't know, bro. Maths is not
12?
mathematicals.
12.
Possibly.
12.
I
Because
can't
10 years.
confirm.
10 years most. I was 2.
2001. I was 10, 11.
11, 12.
10, 11.
10, 11, 12, yeah. Because I was 2.
I'm 91, bruh.
So?
2001 is 10 years after that, not so? Am I right? Is my maths mathing?
I think so. All I know is you're 10 years older than me, and I was
bet.
2.
You sure you're 2? Maybe you're 1.
Nah, I was 2.
Bleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 2. No, I was 2. I was 2 because I was turning 2 because this was in August.
Exactly.
But I was 2 that year. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
at the point, so that's where BRICS started. And
Mhm.
then fast forward 9 years, 2010,
Uh-huh.
that's when South Africa joined, just before the FIFA World Cup. So we obviously won the bid to host the World Cup in 2006.
And didn't win much else in the world. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no. But in 2006, after the last World Cup, then was now who's going to host the next and whatever. So then we won the bid, and South Africa was now named to host it. And then suddenly we joined the superpower BRICS. Oh, BRIC.
I think they took the opportunities, like, okay, cool, all the countries are going to come here. So obviously they had ambassadors and things that also came over. And
Exactly. And at that
let's have a
FIFA
meeting.
that FIFA meeting, like everyone from the world was there, all the leaders of the world
Yeah.
were there, right? At the time, it was crazy. So then that's how BRICS now came into be. But now, how did South Africa benefit from it, man, bro? I'm using the wrong. I'm bleeping. I'm taking this mouse here, no, but that's for that laptop. Sorry.
True.
Anyway, that's that. Yeah, take it away from me.
I'm
Thanks.
going to.
So away. BRICS. South Africa joined BRICS 2010, and from the bat, man, bro, off the bat, the first thing we benefited from was like influx of financial support from BRICS.
Okay.
The biggest influx of support that we got from BRICS was during COVID, to be honest. Actually, during COVID. When COVID started,
Yeah.
there was loans made to South Africa from China and Russia and Brazil into our BRICS fund to allow us to give our people TERS. The TERS benefit for the people that couldn't work during the lockdown. So that's where BRICS kind of like helped us. But from the official documents here, it says here, BRICS, being a member of BRICS has enhanced South Africa's position and influence in an emerging economy. BRICS membership gives us access and policy to technical expertise larger to established economies. So that's other economies,
That
and
makes
then
sense.
BRICS membership gives us access to funding support of the National Development Bank, Goldman Sachs. That's the bank that runs the world in there. So BRICS allows us to have better access to the dollar or
to funding.
to funding around.
Easier access to funding. Before you continue with that, no?
Yeah.
So you said about 2009. Was it 2009?
We joined 2010, yeah.
Okay.
2010.
Yeah. During after FIFA of the World Cup. Okay,
bidding
yes,
happened
that
before
makes
that,
sense. And then I'm pretty sure we got money for the load shedding crisis at that time as well. Because I know China
Yes.
injected money into
Yes,
SA
it was.
for
There
that.
was.
Because that just made me like just a little bit upset. I don't have the energy to actually get upset, but I did get a bit upset.
No, 100%.
Because I know that money disappeared, and I know China again gave money now recently for the whole load shedding crisis or energy crisis in the country as well. Yet to see what's gonna happen with that. I mean, I'm not even gonna go down that road because I already got a bit mad just for 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So So okay, cool. So other than that, they did the COVID like
Yeah, there was
relief funding, so to say.
yes, that was the biggest one. That and then there was another thing that they did in when they formed the BRICS National, what's it called? The BRICS New Development Bank, the NDB. That was developed in 2015, right? And it helped play a role in financial support for emerging marketing countries like South Africa, Russia,
Okay.
Brazil, China, because they all. I think Russia's the only country that has one of the best economies amongst the BRICS enterprise. So to
Okay,
say.
I get you.
But this NDB was started, me bro, and this bank to date has approved 11 projects in South Africa, valued at around 87.3 billion rand, and in dollars, that's 5.2 billion dollars.
That's a lot.
That's how much it's like, approved for these 11 projects, bro, in
Mm.
South Africa since we joined the bank.
That's in
opened
the past 10 years.
That's since 2015, right?
Yeah.
So those
Less
11
than 10
projects they don't
years.
list here. We don't know what they are yet.
Yeah, obviously.
Right?
But
But-
obviously, I mean, if you look at like just. Yeah, you need to think about it and actually do some research.
Here's
to
the
see
number.
what
Remember about the COVID fund?
Yeah.
Listen to this guy. Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, South Africa has also received $2 billion in funding from the NDB under the COVID-19 emergency loan program to fight the pandemic and support the economic recovery.
That's a lot.
And the NDB is in Johannesburg.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah, $2 billion, bro. $2
You don't know,
billion.
whenever I hear billions now, I always compare it to like, for example, Elon Musk. Man has enough money to give every person on the earth $1 billion
You know?
and still have change. You know?
I'm gonna pull a Jacob Zuma go here if I can read this number. This is in
Yeah.
the rands. $2 billion.
Okay, everybody,
Here we
listen
go.
properly.
Listen properly. 37 billion. 846 million. 180,000 rand. That was.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Put that number on the screen
That's a
here,
lot
Emo.
of.
Put that
That's a
number on the
lot.
screen.
That's a lot of. Yeah. That's
I
a
didn't
lot of
Jacob Zuma
digits.
that. I should have gone 37, 800 and 406,000 million.
10,000. Listen properly. Don't make fun of our
Yeah, nah.
shame.
Jacob was probably one of the
Honourable.
reasons why we got fucked up with the fund anyway. But anyway,
I
we'll talk about them on
mean,
another
He's
episode.
got a very nice house, eh?
Maybe we can ask Julius when he comes on the pod in the future to talk about that.
You know?
You know?
Yeah. We need to have a proper soundproof studio, my guy, because he's gonna get quite excited.
No, 100%. We'll give him a megaphone and we'll take the mics away. Play John Cena's theme in the background. Yo, bro, fuck my life.
Okay. So we received a lot of money.
Yes,
Thus
100%. South Africa initiated the first third country loan. Well, that's third world country loan with the NDB, financing to South African agency for a second phase of the Lesotho Highlands water project to implement solely in Lesotho. So South Africa used money from the NDB
to help.
Lesotho, which is not a South African country. It's a country on its own, but technically it's still
It's
part
not a
of
South
it.
African country. You hear that?
Yeah,
Not a South
yeah,
African country.
When I
people.
when I say South Africa, I mean Southern Africa of the continent. You know what I mean? Lesotho is a Southern
Got
African
him.
continent. Country on the continent of Africa. It is. I did geography. Wait.
Are you sure?
Fuck. Yes, I did. But Lesotho is a Southern African country.
Yes, it is.
It's just
no,
not
100%,
South
it's
Africa.
Yes.
Anyway.
It's just an island in South Africa,
Yeah.
basically.
Now fuck it, let's not go down that route. And then in 2021, the bank welcomed Bangladesh, Egypt, and the UAE and Uruguay as members to firmly position the bank for global financing. For those who know what the Uruguayan bank account can do for you, I'll leave it there.
Mm-hmm. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, go Google it.
It's fine. You don't need to know. If you
Yeah,
don't
no,
want to
it's
know,
fine.
it's fine. So,
That's
leave
good.
it-
That's
leave
good
it-
for the economy.
Exactly. Yeah, leave it to the people who want to know.
Yeah. All the politicians will know what I'm talking about when I say Uruguayan bank account there. It's better than a Swiss bank account.
Yeah. Connect the dots.
Connect the dots, maybe.
Everybody watch those movies where
You
they
know?
speak about
An
the
offshore account. That's what's like, you know what I mean? Ah, fuck my life, man. So I think that's a major benefit because looking at what the document is saying, it all refers back to that investment because that's like a Moorse investment. But minor things that they have really done, and we can actually see firsthand, is that they've actually done research projects in South Africa under the BRICS umbrella that contributed to world science improvements, like nuclear plants and so on. That's why. What's
Okay.
crazy, and this is what fucks me up, is we've helped other countries not have power outages.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, what's in it? I saw. Yeah. Who was it who was speaking about that?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but
I know
I
what
saw
you're talking about.
something on it.
Yes, no, 100%.
And like we provide power to a lot of other places.
Yes.
And,
No, we spoke about this. I think we spoke about it was Zach. I think we spoke
uh,
to Zach about it, and it was either off camera or on camera. I must just go rewatch that episode. But I think it's Namibia.
Yes.
It's Namibia. We
Yeah.
provide power because there's a thing. No, wait, it wasn't
they
Zach.
signed contracts.
No, you know where it was. Shout out Erve. Erve asked our mayor,
That's
Gordon
what it
Neil Lewis,
was.
shout out mayor, about it on his podcast, The Kids Show.
Yeah.
And he spoke to the mayor, and the mayor explained that there's a clause in,
That's
like,
the
there's a
buzz.
contract
It's
with
a
South
contract
Africa.
was signed way before the whole load shedding was even a thing.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
just like a post-apartheid
Yeah.
government signed an agreement or a deal with
When we were
Namibia to
still
provide
doing
it.
well as a country, basically. Actually,
Yeah.
the country was still fairly strong.
Because I think that was something Erve like asked the mayor about load shedding. So shout out for that. And the mayor
yeah,
gave
no,
a very
that's
good answer.
some good insight on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. So that's where BRICS comes in that investment. South Africa has been funded to do so much research projects, weapons development, bro,
Yeah.
and global trade. But the BRICS banks what funds that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. People don't know that. So
But
this
I mean,
document is public knowledge.
it
Go read it
kind
though
of-
once.
It kind of, for me, it kind of makes sense because I'd rather have people working here, have people stationed here because we are more central to the rest of the world
Exactly that.
in comparison to other countries because we used to be the center of the world, basically.
Trade center, yeah.
Yeah. So all countries used to pass by South Africa and so on. So it's a lot easier for access-wise for all the countries who are involved with BRICS to
Yes.
actually get. So everybody can rather meet in South Africa rather than have to go all the way to Russia.
Yeah,
or
that's
all
why
way
the
to
BRICS
China,
summit's in
or
South
all the way to-
Africa.
Yeah,
You
makes
know?
sense. Makes sense. So does this mean possibly that South Africa would be the BRICS headquarters, so to say?
You could say that because the NDB is here.
Mm.
You could say that.
I mean, it looks like they're establishing the headquarters.
I think that
here.
is the case because it's central, right? And what people don't understand is what this looks like in the next 10 years, if and when they are successful, because BRICS currently, as it stands now, there's a stat that I sent you that's in this document about the population, and I saw it was tickling me. Where is it?
I have no idea.
I think it's 47%. I want to give you the number exactly. Together, current BRICS, no, this is excluding now Saudi, UAE,
Excluding January's
yes,
memberships.
the new people. Together, BRICS has around 42% of the world's population, 30% of the world's territory, 27% of its global GDP, and 20% of its global trade. That's
Oh.
just the 5 countries that's in BRICS
Currently.
right now,
Uh,
right? So that fucks my brain up, me bro.
that's a lot, eh? I mean, a lot of. That's,
The world, the
That's a
whole
lot
earth,
of everything. Yeah, that's a lot of resource. That's a lot of land, a lot of resource.
and people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
I look at people as a resource, basically.
True.
Because the workforce is a resource, basically.
That's
so
fucking wild.
that's a lot of resource, both natural resources as well as like human resources, as well as land, and a lot of obviously finance that can
Yes,
come
bro.
from that, an economy that can be pushed through. Yeah, that's mad, actually.
Like, and that's the thing. 20% of the global GDP, me bro.
So that means it's a lot of control.
Yes, and that's currently with those 5 countries.
That's excluding
only,
the
me,
others that
bro.
are going
Like-
to
like-
join, or
For those who don't speak political language, me bro. Like,
like me. I speak English.
I don't-
I don't speak politics.
GDP means gross domestic product. So like what you can trade, what you have in the country.
I mean, I know that, yeah, but like,
I'm just talking to the people at home.
yeah,
That's
I
like,
know,
what is
but like, no,
GDP?
for me in high school that means something else. Cannot mention it over here. I'm sorry, guys. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, nah, 100%. You better.
Just remind
And
me.
then that statement is followed by a fact that it says here, South Africa has reaped the benefits of membership of this important bloc, most notably in the area of economic cooperation. Bilateral trade has grown, particularly with China and India, with commodity exports and manufactured goods. Imports has now featuring strongly. That's what it says here.
Mhm.
South Africa's overall trade with BRICS partners has increased by an average growth of 10% over the period from 2017 to 2021. So like 10% over that
so
span
if
of
you
years.
thought you found that everything is made in China, think again. You're gonna get more things made in China now.
Yes.
Basically, that's what it means.
That's exactly what it means.
We have 10% more made in China in South Africa.
Exactly. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know?
It's trade. That's the thing. It's
exactly,
trade.
right?
Like they have the technology, they manufacture the phones.
They can
that
mass
everybody
produce everything
uses, all
faster,
of those things and so on, and
you know?
we have the natural
And
resources.
their land is very rich in lithium and iron.
Exactly.
So they can. So like, you can't be quiet if your shoe is made in China or your phone is made in China. Like I remember there was a time now when people were like, "Yo, me bro, this is my jet. It's made in China."
Bro, everything is made in China.
They used to have the Chinese 5 rand shops.
Yes, bro.
What happened to those shops?
It became Chinatown.
Chinatown.
Became Chinatown. That's what happened.
Shout
They all
out.
got together and be like, alright, bet, let's just open our own little,
You
you
know?
know, market and
And now there's more
khalas.
than one Chinatown. It's a franchise now.
Exactly. That's
Right.
BRICS.
BRICS.
Chinatown is BRICS.
100%, man.
That's
Fuck.
when you knew. Need
That-
to actually see when Chinatown actually opened.
I'll check. I'll check right now.
That's actually no.
I'm gonna do that right now.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually, you know, BRICS establishing their foothold in the
That's very
to
possible.
become
bruh.
part of the economy. You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden there were Chinatowns and then
Right.
Chinatowns popped up everywhere. Even though I only know of two.
Crazy enough, the first Chinatown was in South Africa in 1994, as we had apartheid abolished.
Yo,
Yeah, that was a settlement, no? So that wasn't just the shops.
that
we know
was
today.
actually a
Chinese
Chinatown.
like a Chinese settlement, and
That's
that's
a
where
literal
like,
Chinatown.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know. So yeah,
Yo,
and the
That's
Chinatown by me, there in the north, there by Canal Walk at the back. I think that's like from 20. It could have been 2012.
no, I don't know.
2012, around about 2012, because I remember them constructing that mall there. Sinja. But
Sure.
yeah, I think that wasn't the first Chinatown. There was one before that, but I think that was.
Wasn't Artery the first one?
I think Ottery was the first one.
No? If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken. Anyways,
Shout out
we
Chinatown.
digress.
Back to BRICS document here, because that's where the stats get interesting now.
I bet.
All right. So yeah, it says I told you about the 10% growth. South Africa. Total South African trade with BRICS reached 830 billion rand in 2022 from 487 billion rand in 2017. So from 2017 to 2022, there's been a massive growth in trade profits between the countries. So we actually like made more money trading, you know.
That's mad.
Yeah, bro.
So, well, I suppose also because of the fact that BRICS is basically becoming exclusive, right? So it's only a certain amount of countries that's involved with it. So if they
Yeah.
confine trade to those countries specifically, trade will increase amongst those countries.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on that now.
I
'Cause
bet.
that's where the stat comes in. South Africa now, 21% of South Africa's now trades account for global trade in South Africa. So out 21% of our trades now, because of BRICS, is now global.
Global.
And the crazy part is those global accounts all go to countries besides the US, because the US is on top of everyone's list. That's why they have the dollar, and that's why they're now panicking about this BRICS thing.
Mhm.
Is UAE, Egypt, Ethiopia,
Mhm.
Argentina. Sound familiar?
Mm.
That's all the countries that's joining BRICS.
Yeah. So trade is obviously increasing amongst the countries. So that's why I say, yeah, it's becoming exclusive. So
Mate, bro, the countries that they asked to join BRICS, their top trades is to the US.
Yep.
So the people in the US, if you ever see this episode,
Sure.
you fucked.
Yeah, things are gonna get real dark real soon. To be
They're
honest.
already in a recession, bro.
Yep.
They're
And it's
already in a
because of all
recession.
of this.
And
It
NATO.
started. Look, the whole recession thing in the US started when the BRICS summit started happening within
Actually,
this
it was
year.
before that. It was when Joe Biden was elected. Because
Hmm.
Biden started pulling sanctions. And it even goes back to when Barack Obama sent warriors into Afghanistan.
Oh yeah.
It goes back into those times.
Yeah.
Because Iran's also part. Iran was also attacked
Yeah.
by
True.
America. And Iran's joining BRICS now.
Mm.
So, shout out Iran.
So basically, the world is cutting the cord with the US.
Yes.
As it is. I mean, majority of the world is like, nah, we're sick of this.
Bruh, like that's the trip. I wanna pull up that other talk. I know I said I'm not gonna cover it though. But I need to tell the people what these countries actually bring to BRICS.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me about that.
That's
You
it, and
mentioned that to me.
You know, and then you will see now how BRICS is gonna take over the rest of the world trade and how that impacts particularly Americans and all NATO countries. So that's major like Europe, more like
Yeah.
Western Europe, and some parts of
True.
Eastern Europe per se. But like most countries are NATO countries in Europe, besides Ukraine. That's why Ukraine is in attack.
Well,
Yeah. We can't talk about that because YouTube's gonna give us a strike. So thanks. Let's not talk about it. We could
Yeah.
talk about it and cut it out and put it on Rumble, but I mean, hey, that's admin for me to upload. Sis. We'll talk about it
yeah,
soon.
we don't have the energy for that right now.
Yeah, nah.
Sorry, guys.
So, Argentina, no?
Uh-huh.
Argentina, their leading exports are to the United States. Their primary exports is metal, or metal manufactured goods. So that's like roofing and those things. Oil and gas products. So, petrol, crude oil.
Mhm.
Processed foods, chemicals, and agricultural products. Argentina is a large food producer with large-scale agricultural livestock industries. They have
Yep,
scapies and
Yep,
goedetjies,
they've got a lot
plus
of
land.
land.
Sien jy, man? So that's where Argentina is involved. Their primary trader is to US. And Argentina is in South America, very
Yep.
close,
Yep.
to the Tamas, to North America. Egypt, or as the locals say, Egypt. Egypt exports. No.
Egypt? What do they?
Egypt exports
Sand.
petroleum.
Sand for construction. I mean,
You. Limestone for the build some
you know what I
pyramids.
mean? Sand for construction.
Fuck my life, man. So Egypt exports petroleum and petroleum products.
Okay.
And raw cotton. Egypt is known for cotton. They're the cotton trade of the world.
Okay.
So that t-shirts and that panties and onderbroekjes that you're wearing, Egypt.
Egypt. Yeah, so now Egypt is going to send it to China.
Exactly,
China's
instead
gonna
of
make your
Egypt.
t-shirts and your unnies and stuff like that. And then
100%.
ship it, and then we get it. Or
100%,
wherever.
yeah. And they also have raw materials and like minerals and chemical products and so
Yeah.
on, which is good. But they also, the agricultural exports, get this, rice, onions, and garlic. Now recently, there's been an influx on pricing on onions because there's a shortage of onions because of there's a drought going on in Egypt, like a very bad one. Normally they're
Okay.
deserty, but there's like a very bad water lack in Egypt
For
the-
irrigation, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so what's happening is the onions aren't being shipped correctly, and they're losing and they're
It's
getting
not
like,
that they're not being shipped correctly.
nah,
it's the fact that there's
they're getting sent, but they have to
there's
pick it
less.
earlier, so by the time or later than earlier, so it can grow properly. By the time it gets to the border to be traded, it's frail.
I get you. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why your onions is 90 rand summa. Now
yeah, the shelf life is not as long anymore.
fucking
as
onions
well.
that Pick and Pay summa 79 rand for 2.5
That's
kilo.
mad.
It's disgusting. Anyway,
actually.
don't worry, it will come right soon when you join BRICS.
yeah,
When they
just-
join
yeah.
BRICS. Ethiopia, for those who don't know, only real G's will know what Ethiopia is made for. Well, not made for, but what they produce.
What they made for. So they made Ethiopia for? What did they make Ethiopia for?
Ethiopia coffee. The best coffee in the world comes from Ethiopia. Interesting fact I learned from an Ethiopian Uber driver the other day. The name coffee
Huh?
comes from a place in Ethiopia called Coffee. Not coffee, Kafi, right? And when he said it to me, I was like, were you racist now? Because he said kafir.
I was about to say now.
Kafir.
Yeah, like,
Nah,
just
they
make
said in
sure,
their
like,
local
guys-
language is kafir.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? And and I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's a city in Ethiopia called Kafir, and then they named it Coffee for English translation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's where
Okay.
coffee comes from, and that's Ethiopia. But also leather. Their primary trade option is the US. Right? Same with Egypt. Iran's economy, Iran's economy is characterized as an hydrocarbon outlet. So they do hydrocarbon agricultural and service sectors. And they also have a presence in financial services. So accounting and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's crazy because Baghdad was in Iran and it was the first world trade capital center of the world in accounting. And algebra comes from that space. Iran.
So the thing is, with this type of information, it makes sense, and you can actually see
Already.
the reasons as to why, for example, the US would invade countries like that.
Yes. Because
what I mean?
America and Russia have been at war since World
Since
War
way
One,
back, yeah,
bruh.
since way back.
The Cold War as well, that nuclear thing. And if people look at maps, don't believe the maps you see, it's fake. It's
True. This is
proportion.
very true, yeah,
But the
it's
US, no, like on a world map, no, you'll think Russia's on this side, no, and the US is on this side. Imo, when you see me doing this, do it on the screen. You know what I mean?
Pull up Russia, pull up
Russia,
US.
yeah? But they're not actually like this apart. if you turn that globe around, you will see that there's this much space on the map
between
between
the two
them.
of them. Yeah.
There's literally, like, to get to Alaska, which is, you know, the US, not Canada, it's like literally, I think, about 20 kilometers over a lake.
Yeah.
It's not that far. They can travel. It's frozen, obviously. But, like, in the Fast and Furious movies, when they're driving on the lake, and the Soviet Union means, that's actually true how close Russia is to America. It's very close.
Sure.
So it's like, they've been at war for years, me bro. So can you understand, like, from the countries I just mentioned, why BRICS is so powerful?
Yeah.
So now let's go back to how it benefits South Africa so we can close off this damn episode.
Okay, calm. Jeez. You don't have to attack me about it. What I do. Wow.
Nah, man. I just forgot the recording when I got a bit salty.
I'm
I'm hungry, man.
That's your own thing.
You
I
know?
gave you stuff. You want it?
I did eat stuff.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
So
so
you were saying.
yeah, I was saying, the last two countries, let me just say it before I go back to that. The last two countries is Saudi Arabia and the UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Mm-hmm.
Most people think Dubai is the UAE. That's not the case. Abu Dhabi is also in the UAE, you know.
There's a lot in the UAE.
100%. So, the Saudi Arabia is petroleum, and it's the world's largest producer and exporter of oil, as
Oil.
we all know.
That's what typically what you think of when you think of the sheikhs.
Yes.
Well, they
They got oil, man.
gold. Yeah, they
No.
oil money and the gold Ferraris and the
Yes.
gold cars and all of that is because they have that oil money.
Yes,
That's
they've got
that's
oil
them.
rigs and so on, yeah.
That's them. So we're getting into bed with all of them.
They produces I read that. The UAE is also oil, but their main commodity literally is natural gas and crude oil. So not just standard
Okay.
or crude oil, which can be made into petrol.
Yeah.
And then foodstuffs as well. So like when I say foodstuffs, like little things like saffron
Yeah.
and those little stuff that complete your meal, like, you know, ilachi.
Mm,
That all go over to the UAE,
Some
bruh.
spices.
So some spices
So,
that
something that just occurred to me now, though, which might be a big spanner, to be honest.
A spanner?
because, you know that technology is moving towards away from the internal combustion engine, obviously, right?
Yes.
You've got electric cars now already, right?
yes.
Aside from that, they are moving to hydro cars as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. Hydrogen powered
Yes.
BMW.
Yeah, right. Even though, look, BMW is not the first to do it. It's
No.
been done. I've seen articles of like people who've actually done it before, even though those people just went missing. And now BMW is the first people to do it. I'm not even going to go into that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Tartaria.
So, I mean, with that being the case, what would that mean then basically for the whole, you know, those who have the oil money and all of those things? Do you know what I mean? Because then that wouldn't be the resource needed for to power vehicles. Because I mean, that's like the main
Vehicles is a good thing, but like and I've read about this, right? Because that was a question I also asked. Where I was like,
Mm.
vehicles power the world, you know, aeroplanes, those things. So obviously,
Mm.
soon we're gonna have planes that are powered by batteries and, you know, hydrogen and so on.
Exactly. That's
But the crazy thing about it is 90% of oil trade don't go to vehicles. It's machinery to keep
Yeah.
things operable, and sewers and stuff. Like,
True.
bruh, you're not gonna be able to use an electrical construction machine right now. That's years away. Electric cars, yes. Combustion engines, but I don't foresee the amount of Newton powers you're gonna require for them to master the electronic thing, like with lithium and so on.
Yeah.
Just think about the
although,
UPS.
Like, I understand where you're coming from, right? I completely get that. It's like the type of machinery that needs the oil to function is heavy duty,
Yes.
right? Where batteries aren't able to do it. Fair enough.
Yet, at least.
But we're also not familiar with current technology. We know the technology that we're exposed to.
Yeah,
at
bruh,
the
there's stuff
moment.
we don't know behind the scenes.
Exactly,
So I'm
that's what
going
I'm
on what I
saying.
know, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, for example, the blueprint for the next 2-3 iPhones are already out. They have it. They're just waiting to release it. That's how it works.
For the people that have iPhones, and I'm looking at you, every time a new iPhone comes out, they push a software degrading thing to your phone. It'll
Yeah.
degrade your phone. It's like
that you
public
need to
knowledge.
upgrade to the new one,
Yeah.
right? And then also the blueprint for the next iPhone is they already have at hand. They have a prototype of it. It's slumming there, and they're just gonna wait for the next year. And they're like, "Cool, we release it next year," and then we just, you know, there's more money gonna come in.
Yeah, 100%.
So if that's phones, which is a
Yo, Apple of fraudsters, me bro.
bruh, that's how the world works.
Apple of
bruh.
fraudsters. Open your eyes. When you buy an iPhone, you don't get the charger block with.
Hey, bruh, they got C-type ports now.
Oh, now
They
yes.
got, oh,
But now, because it's great now. But
they got
fucking
C-type
Androids
ports,
had
But
C-type.
apparently you can't use any other type of block or anything like that because your phone's gonna overheat in Maningi. So, hey,
That's the thing,
you have to
bruh.
take your charger anyways.
But Samsung also kind of went that route with their newer phones, right?
Yeah.
Where they don't give you the block.
That's
You have
the
to now.
funniest shit.
But
though,
it's
because
it's
like,
crazy.
it's the funniest shit because like that is like the number one problem of all iPhone users. Like you have an iPhone charger. Now it's like you can use the same type of cable that everybody else is using, but you still can't use it.
You know
So
what
you
I
still
mean?
need an iPhone charger.
You know what's kak funny, no? And this is now completely off topic because Apple are fraudsters. I saw a video, no, of a lady explaining, no, from Apple why C-Type is the best and what you can do with C-Type, as if Apple owns C-Type. She's almost
They're
like,
coming
now,
out with the
yes,
C-Type.
now with the new C-Type port, you can charge your peripherals. Now we could do that with Android 3 years ago, bruh. What do you mean? What? Oh, yo, that is my first response. Sorry for that. That's why I went completely upset.
You, you see my emo about the C-type port, my
Yeah,
guy.
oh my
You
God.
can see this man's been married to a USB A.
Yo. I grant C-Type, bro, but I'm saying the way Apple poses, it's almost like they created C-Type,
Yeah, I know
man.
what you
And
mean,
that
yeah.
made me just because, like,
Like that's a feature of the phone.
bruh,
You know what
my
I mean?
laptops had C-Type since 2019, 2018 already. And there's laptops predating that had C-Type. And
Like,
phones.
What was the other thing? I mean, this now, okay, you've been attacking Apple now for quite a bit, right? Fair enough. Sorry, Apple. I don't have anything against you. I just don't have Apple myself. But anyways,
Yeah.
so with I think it was a Samsung, the
Yes.
flip, the fold or flip
Oh,
or
that-
whatever. One of the features of the phone is it fits in your pocket.
Yes.
Motherfucker, what?
What? Like,
Like, where
What-
else are you supposed to have it? But you just keep it in your hand all day. Like, you think people are just
The-
walking around with their phone in their hand because it doesn't fit in their pocket.
like, show me, bro.
Like, how's that a feature of the phone? Like, literally listed among the features of the phone.
It fits in your pocket. I've seen that. That's
Excuse me, what?
That's kind of funny. But that's in regards to the proportion of the phone when you unfold it, man. You know what I mean? Kijk, like, cause the it's not the Z fold. It's the fold, not the flip. Because the
One of
fold
the two, yeah.
fold opens like
like
that,
a book,
and the
yeah.
flip is like an old school
Yeah,
Motorola.
yeah.
So the fold opens like this. So the fits in your pocket is when it's open like this. You can't put it in your pocket.
Yeah, but I
Why
mean,
do this? This is
the
a
way
normal phone.
the way they portray it is like other phones don't fit in your pocket, but iPhone does.
We do, like, fuck Apple. Our phone fits in your pocket. As if the iPhone 15 can't. You see the iPhone 15 titanium.
No,
That's the new iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 Pro, Pro Max, whatever the fuck.
Maxi Pro.
It's called the titanium. It's made from titanium, the whole phone. Huh? The bra that I think he's a reviewer. He had the phone for 2 hours and he did a drop test. Phone shattered. The titanium casing shattered.
Oh wow.
Is it really titanium? No, it's titanium finish. Anyway, we digress.
You see what I think what's happening over there. No, sorry, before we actually move on from this, is I think China's taking hits at the US Muslims
Nah, facts.
because it's produced in China. They're
Yeah,
making the phone.
Exactly.
Now that they're part of BRICS, they're like, you know,
Yeah, because
Fuck these bitches.
Samsung is Korean, CJ, but it's also manufactured in China from the same location where
Yeah.
Apple is.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
They manufacture the most of the world's phones. Actually,
Fucking crazy.
that's actually quite lit.
So yeah,
Nice bit. What-
let's do this.
Moving along from Apple and phones and
Yeah, let's go back to China.
uh,
Trade with China remains dominant
Yeah.
amongst the entire global trade. 63% of exports to BRICS in 2022 was to China, and in 2021 it was 73%. So yes, it's gone down from 2021 to 2022.
but it's still the biggest.
But it's still the biggest. Russia was the only BRICS country showing a decrease in total trade with South Africa last year of about 10%. But what the fuck could they give us at the time?
No, it's it's also because South Africa, I think, has.
And Russia also had sanctions and stuff around global trade because of the Ukraine.
That's what I was
Russia
going to
war,
say
right?
now, is because SA has strong ties to the US currently as it is as well, still.
Yeah.
There are some strong Western
You
ties.
know what was kak funny? No? And I'm not taking shots at Cyril here.
Okay,
But this
are
is
you
a
sure?
shout out to Putin because he kind of like showed them why the Ukraine war is happening. The reason why, according to Putin, it's happening. I remember Cyril sincerely asking him, "Hey, my friend, please stop this. It's
Mm.
not good for everyone. We in South Africa are being impacted by the fuel and whatever.
Yeah.
The prices are being high because America and da.
Yeah.
And Putin said the reason why this war is going on is because their government broke a treaty that they had with us. So now the part of the treaty was if they break the deal, we're taking our country back to the Soviet Union. And he showed them the papers and he gave it out. Like to all the
He made it
leaders.
public, basically.
He was like, yeah. And he literally walked around and he handed it out. He said,
Uh.
here's the papers. This is the original one. That's copies.
Uh.
And he said, this is why we took Ukraine back. South Africa never mentions Ukraine ever again after that. Ramaphosa was like, hey, shh. His face went from to,
Makes sense.
You know what I
I mean, the thing is, like, somebody's gonna stab you in the back, but you're gonna do something about it. You know what I
Vladimir
mean?
was like, listen, yeah, y'all all say I'm a criminal,
Uh.
but hello, here's the paper. But the news won't play that.
Yeah, exactly.
The news won't play that. And if we get a strike for that,
Well,
fuck it. You know what I
You
mean?
know?
Shout out Vladimir Putin.
it's about
if
the
you ever
truth.
see this, well
Freedom
done.
of speech.
But yeah, look, let's go back to this document.
I bet.
And I think we can do five more points.
Go for it.
Am I blind?
Yeah,
I'm blind.
go for
Yeah,
it.
five
Just
more
go for it.
points.
5. Point number 5. Yeah, you have 5 more points, but I'm gonna count you down on this motherfucker.
Yeah, 100%. There's some big ones here that I want to just touch on. Percentages and data, because I like data. I like grapes.
I know. Here we go.
Yeah, I just do some dancing. Could add some music in. Some Armin van Buren or some shit. What's up, Nara? Impura?
Yeah, your new favorite, huh?
100%. Shout out. BRICS has deepened cooperation to fight COVID-19 and mobilize the political support as well as financial responses and resources needed to respond to future pandemic and preparedness.
Okay.
So, because of the BRICS National New Development Bank developed in 2015, that's in Johannesburg, covering the last points there, that Discovery Vaccination Center that happened in the CTICC that happened so quickly was because of that. The Western Cape government tapped into that fund. Because you have to give credit to the Western Cape government compared to the other government or municipalities around the country, because they were the fastest to respond to the crisis amongst the COVID
Yeah,
pandemic.
a lot of the scientists and researchers that were working on vaccines and stuff were based here.
Yeah, exactly. And also they came from countries that were affiliated to BRICS.
Yes.
Brazil being one of them. BRICS also says here that the BRICS remote sensing satellite constellation is a virtual constellation of existing BRICS remote sensing satellites that shares data amongst the BRICS space agencies to help respond to challenges such as global climate change, major disasters, and environmental protection around the BRICS countries.
Ooh.
BRICS has satellites, me bro. So that if Russia gets into a shit
Not just
show,
from one country, but from all
the BRICS countries. So if South Africa is in trouble, I picture this now. Cyril's lambing there in his office,
all the
and
screens.
and there's a screens, and then like something shitty happens in like now with this fucking storm that happened. I'm sure Cyril pressed a button and it sent the beep to the satellite, and Vladimir saw it, and the president of China saw it, and they were like, okay, send resources.
Yeah, okay, so is this going to need some money for some things, or they're going to need some X and
Yeah.
Y and Z? Let's send this.
I
we
wonder
have
how
this,
that
we have
actually
that.
materialized. Like, I wonder what was the investments we got to fix it up, because I know the Western Cape had no load shedding now because of that. The Western Cape had no load
Because they
shedding because of
needed
that.
yeah. That's
like-
mad, actually. Yeah, that's true. This past, that's mad.
Oh, it gets better because we have telescopes also. The BRICS Intelligent Telescope and Data Network, called the BITDN,
Okay.
will build a network of telescopes to explore and survey the cosmos.
I bet.
Now, listen.
Stargazing.
Listen to this, Kak. Who was the first country in space?
You could say the US, but it's not actually the US.
Russia. Russia
Yep.
was the first country in space.
I said you could.
Yeah, I know. Russia was the
could,
first country in
That's what
space.
they.
But
that's what they
US was the first country that
You
was
can't
on
just
the
keep
moon.
shaking your head like that, my guy. Come on
Who
now.
do you think Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you could say America because that's what they portrayed
Yeah,
and that's what they
That's
thought.
what I'm saying. But, yeah. What? You can say, we will hear you. They just won't really hear you, but, But America took it a step further and went to the moon first. Right? Yeah, that's what it does. That's kind of funny. I saw videos there. so cuck funny. Ooh, anyway, let's not go down that. But so Russia was the first country in space, like officially, right? And then America was like, y'all went into space, so we going to the moon. But then they obviously framed it. You know, fuck it. So that simply means what? The next, and one of the crazy things is that South Africa was also in space. There was South Africans in space also. But they obviously
something that's stupid now. But I won't say it. I won't say it. It's okay.
Well, Africa was also in space, but so was China. There's been a relationship between Russia, China, South Africa, and Brazil, and India for the longest time.
For long, yeah.
India was one of the first countries to shoot satellites up into space as well, successfully for a short period of time. And now Uncle Elon, who is South African, he's doing it all the time. Anyway,
just for fun.
Shout out Elon, you know.
Just for fun.
So if you think about that, the intelligent telescope thing, like, my bro, they all BRICS is literally trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I'm like, cool. I mean, in South Africa, we will benefit in the long run.
The thing is like, aren't we all in space? Technically.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, shit. Shit, a brick.
Because I mean, yeah, this country went to space. We all in space currently.
Yeah, the Earth is in space.
Exactly.
It's just that the Earth is most now in the firmament. Not the Earth, but you on Earth in the firmament underneath the atmosphere.
The firmament.
Firmament, stratosphere. That thing. Firmament. That. You know, that's, you know, circular. Why are we talking Chinese now? Jing, bing, shilling, ring.
It's just speaking complete gibberish.
You know what I mean. So yeah, anyway. We are all in space. That makes me trip. Yeah, fuck my life, man. Fuck, man.
Okay, so this is now point number 174.
Yeah, that was number 5.
I paid.
So number 4. BRICS is strengthening collaboration in Catholic sectors such as energy, IT, science, technology and innovation, agriculture, and the green economy, as well as the sectors in South Africa's economic reconstruction plan and recovery plan. So obviously, you know, the world is mostly under global warming and what. So now BRICS is now funding that with us because we have the best land in regards to like agriculture. And we've got the seasons. Some parts of Africa get snow.
The best climate, yeah.
We've got the desert in South Africa. We've got a little bit of everything. We don't have earthquakes. There is volcanoes that are asleep.
We kind of do.
Yeah, but we don't have cataclysmic earthquakes.
Yeah, we don't have, yeah.
So we actually are the best research center. So BRICS is like, hey, we'll give you money, but particularly like in technology. Like, man, bro, that's crazy.
So basically, as it stands, BRICS is just giving South Africa money. Yay!
But here's the big one for South Africans.
Money ourselves.
Here's the big one for 100%. Here's the big one for South Africa, right? BRICS is an important source of foreign direct investment, such as mining, automotive transportation, clean energy production, financial services and IT. These investments and projects lead to projected a 20% increase in job creation in South Africa, which will take our unemployment rate down to like 15%.
True.
You know, which is very good. Which is very good for us as a country. Also, in latest news, the minimum wage went up. It's no longer, it was $20 or $18. It's now $25 or something like that per hour. And the overtime rules around the country has changed. There's also a new rule that came out after the BRICS summit about parental leave for dads.
Told you about that, yeah.
Shout out,
Or are you thinking of becoming fathers?
Yeah, there's a possibility that the labor law might change that you as a father also get the same benefits of 4 months paid leave minimum to be at home after your child is born. Like the women get the maternity leave, the 4 months is labor. And then other companies tend to add some stuff on based on like, you know, experience and tenure and those type of things. But the standard in the country is 4 months paid, right? So men will also start getting that benefit. And they also changed the law now that you get 10 paid parental leave days as a father when it used to be 3. So that's cool. So this is going to impact the job creation in South Africa, which I really find interesting because, you know, every one of us knows someone that's like, yo, I've been trying to get a job. Yeah. You know, I'm sending my CV.
A lot of people without work.
I know a lot of people that's always telling me like, yo, you know, you must be happy. And I am happy with my job. You know what I mean? I'm lucky. You know, blessed. Alhamdulillah. But at the end of the day, the countries state, me bro, because of the recovery of certain things. Like, people don't realize how much job creation happened during COVID. The pandemic, so much people lost their jobs, but I know people that got their best jobs during the pandemic. You know what I mean? I've seen it with my own eyes, like first-hand experience. You know what I mean?
You sure?
100%. First-hand experience. But so yeah, so like that's very good for our country. And if you at home thinking, yeah, BRICS is a scam, and you panicking, the BRICS currency thing, let's just clear that the fuck up. Well, I'm done talking about these points because fuck, we're gonna go on forever. The BRICS currency, man, bro. What is your understanding of the BRICS currency?
My understanding of the BRICS currency is, at this point in time, your best investment is to buy gold.
Smart man. So yes, currently what happens is the BRICS currency is not going to impact our local currency. So you're still going to be paying 18 Rand, maybe 25 Rand for the bread. Maybe even 7 Rand for the bread again, if things go well and fix the market.
I remember now, those days.
I remember when I was very young, Mom used to like go to the shop at 100 and then come back with penny polonies, bread, oil.
When I was young, I could go to the shop with a 10 Rand, with a 10 Rand, come with bread, milk, sweets, chips, yellow goed, for 10 Rand.
Yes, bro.
Now, for 10 Rand, you can't even buy a bread for 10 Rand.
Can't even buy a half a loaf of bread. So now, that's the thing, right? So, the BRICS currency is not going to impact our local currency directly. It's not going to change our local currency. So, we'll still be able to buy things at the cost of living.
Yeah.
But with BRICS taking over, and if the BRICS currency takes off, our cost of living will become cheaper because the trade will be cheaper. Because the BRICS currency will allow our country to trade with other countries in our local currency or the BRICS currency, which is backed by gold.
So basically, currently we trade, and all international trade is still under the dollar. And that's how the US was always able to impose sanctions on other countries, because of the fact that those countries trade in dollars.
And they always make profits of every trade globally. That's why they're the superpower.
So every trade itself, because it's going via the dollar, if the US says, no, you can't trade anymore, then you can't trade anymore because they control the dollar.
Exactly.
But once now we start trading in a currency that is not the dollar, the US can't impose sanctions, and therefore, if it's a currency that we work with regularly rather than the dollar, which was always stronger than our currency, we're working with currencies that's more on the same level or the same strength as our own, everything becomes a bit cheaper
for us.
Yeah, exactly.
So now that's the trip, right? And what people don't know is that, for example, now I'm South Africa and Yasin is Australia.
Alright, mate.
And then Emo is America, right? Y'all can see not him, Emo. You can't see him on camera. You'll never will. Thanks.
Yeah, he's in American prison.
Yeah. Alright.
4,500. So anyway,
what
we throwing in the Barbie?
Yeah. That was so accurate.
You want to make me an Aussie, eh?
Because they don't say like their term for braai is Barbie. Throw a Barbie. Alright. Anyway, back to the point. So you Australia, I'm South Africa, Emo's America. So now I smack to buy surfboards. Now I wanna buy 1,000 surfboards. The surfboard in rands is 20 Rand a surfboard. Right?
It's a whack ass surf. Okay.
Yeah, it's whack ass surf. 100% fuck. We all surfers here, so it's like fuck. But let's just say 20 Rand, right? So now I'm buying 1,000, right? Great. Now I can't talk to you and say, okay, cool, I'm gonna pay now 20,000.
Yeah.
I can't pay you 20,000 Rand for the surfboards.
Okay.
Because for me to, I can't, because I need to now trade with you in the dollar. Not the Australian dollar, but the American dollar. So now I must go to Emo and say, listen here, I need to now buy 1,000. I said 1,000, right?
Yeah.
I did. 1,000 surfboards from my friend here from Australia. He'll say, sure, no problem. That won't be $200 or $2,000. That will be now $3,000. Right? That's now 30K, almost 40K.
Yeah.
Then I must pay America in dollars to get that 40K from the National Reserve Bank, Goldman Sachs, to buy that fucking surfboards from you, and ultimately I'm losing money.
Yeah.
To get the surfboards to trade.
Yeah, you're not getting the surfboards at the 20 Rand anymore. You're getting it at 50
Rand. Exactly. And then they fuck, you get your 20 Rand per surfboard. They take the fucking profit,
Uh,
and I get my surfboards.
but now you paid more than double for
Exactly.
your,
For the same amount of quantity.
Yeah.
And that's how the country of South Africa went into a bad debt. And then China had to save us. Russia had to save us. And the same thing happened with those countries. But now with BRICS currency, I can say, hello, Australia. Fuck the dollar. Fuck you, America. And then...
But the funny part about all of it is the fact that most of the NATO countries
Yes.
are also in debt.
Yeah.
Majority of the NATO countries are also in debt with each other and with like all.
The crazy thing is America's not in debt because whenever America goes into debt, they just print more money in the
Which
reserve
is
banks.
retarded.
Which is stupid.
Which is retarded. It's not based on anything. It's just based on actual paper. Like,
That's the whole trip.
how is paper that valuable? Like,
So, like-
paper can't be that valuable.
And that's why the BRICS is now bringing in the gold, because gold is valuable because it comes from the earth.
yeah, it's an
it's-
actual
it's-
resource.
It's a resource, right? So it's not going to impact your local currency negatively. And mark my words, man. So clip this shit. Watch this episode now in the next 5 years. You're going to commit. Bread's going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
Fuel's going to
No,
be cheaper.
100%. I believe
And
that.
the government won't tax you so much because
Yeah.
our country won't be in
Won't
debt.
need so much money from the people in order to sustain the country itself.
I saw a video now on TikTok, man, bro. Fucking TikTok of a South African, bruh, in Iran filling his tank up, no? He filled his tank up because there's no tax there. There's no fuel tax there.
Yeah.
The man filled his tank up, man, bro. And the man was driving like a Hilux.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? V6 liner, you know, that desert Hiluxes.
Mm.
The man filled it up for about, he said it was, equivalent to 400 rand.
Sure.
Filled his tank.
I wish.
You know what I mean?
That would be
And-
nice.
But like he said, that's because they don't pay tax. He said if I pay tax, this 400 rand would have been like 900 to 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the tax in South Africa, the fuel tax, me bro, is what they use to make back the money that they have to get the trade of the fuel from
Yeah.
countries that are now they're governed by the US dollar on the trade. So at the end of the day, BRICS is not going to be bad for you. It's not going to impact your life negatively. It's actually going to make a difference for our country. And it might even make our country better for our children. It's if our government
Yeah,
gets on
look,
board.
The real benefits of everything that we just spoke about now, or that you spoke about mostly,
Yeah.
is going to be seen within the next, say, 5-10 years.
Yes. You're not going to
Probably.
see it now, yeah.
5-10 years. So your children, maybe still in your lifetime, our lifetime, you never know, but
Exactly.
mostly for the future generations coming. They will benefit from it more than anybody else, because by that time the system would have changed. The moment the system is in the process of being changed,
Yes.
and the process is still very early. So you
Yeah.
need to wait for that to get at least to its mid stages in order for us to actually see tangibly the benefits that's
Yes,
coming to
bruh.
us.
I mean, I was looking at it from a comedic perspective. All these TikTok creators, and I'm not shooting shots at anybody. You know what I mean? But they completely misread what it meant when they were talking about the BRICS currency. They thought, I'm going to go to the shop and because one BRICS coin, according to the media, one BRICS coin is $55. Now, who the fuck?
That'd
Give me
be
a.
lit.
You know what I mean?
I'll go to the US and I'll just spend money, bruh. BRICS money.
If our currency was now
Obviously,
infected,
if we started using
infected,
BRICS,
affected. I said infected.
I mean, our countries are infected, my guy.
Okay,
Okay, never mind.
100%,
Let's not
yeah.
go there.
But yeah, so like that, I wanted to this episode to clear it
So-
up, me bro. Like
Bottom line at the moment is buy
Yes.
gold.
buy gold, me bro.
Invest your money in the natural resources of our country, because that is going to increase in
And of
value.
the countries listed now that we can maybe put it on the screen here. You know, of the countries on this screen here. Invest in the stuff that they trade.
Yes.
And crypto, for the people that do crypto, get away from Bitcoin, get away from because Bitcoin's gonna crash because of this. Get away from Bitcoin. Do like I said,
Invest your money in
invest in
actual
agricultural
resources.
things. A lot of the people in the Bitcoin space are cucking themselves.
They're
I've-
panicking now.
A lot of crypto people also, because only intelligent ones have it backed by certain things. I'm not gonna mention names here, but we all know who.
That's a
Intelligent people.
that's a long story. That's
Yeah.
That's another episode.
And now that's gonna be have to be
Possibly.
that's gonna probably be a Rumble episode. I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah.
I will never talk
That's a
about
lot.
the Tates and Fresh and Fit and those
That's a
people on a
lot.
YouTube episode. That has to go on Rumble. But anyway,
I bet.
that's been fun.
Thank you for joining.
Before we go, Sinjay, because fuck,
It's been a minute.
It's an hour episode already, bro. Fuck my life. Before we go, do me a favor. If you like this shit, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Follow us, do the things, all that cack, like I always say. Everything.
Yeah,
is right about them.
I told you can't say that every single time.
I'm sick of saying that cack. I'm so sick of it. Just fucking subscribe. Just fucking reach out if you have questions. Just fucking do the things. I use 3 F-bombs there because now it's aggressive. Because I'm tired. But yeah, do the things, man. I said I hear.